even when you pick the best school in the state, you can have a child who doesn't fit in the system and is not being well served. And I'm thankful that we can afford the private school, and I really feel pain for the people that are in that position and can't get out, don't have options. So that's one reason why I think we need school choice. We moved down here to Kentucky. We lived in Wisconsin when my husband took a job, and so the first thing I did was check out where the good schools were, and I found out the best school in the state, and so I told the realtor that's where we wanted to live. And so we looked at the houses. She didn't think we should live there, but we looked at the houses, and there were only 3 in our price range. 2 of them, it looked like if you gave them a good push, they would fall over. One of them looked like it was standing up, so we bought it. At that time, we had a 3-year-old and one on the way. We did not know at that time that our 3-year-old was on the autism spectrum. She started kindergarten at the usual age, and she did really well. She learned to read and write really well at a young age, and things were going smoothly until the 3rd grade. In the 3rd grade, I started getting a phone call every day. Your daughter's crying, what should we do? Every day. So we did testing, we had meetings. I remember in one meeting, they told us, we're the experts, we know what you're doing. If your daughter is not succeeding, it's her fault. And I thought, my sweet little 3rd grader who wouldn't hurt a fly, if she's not succeeding, it's her fault. And I told my husband, we don't have time for this. She needs to get out of here. We need to get her out of here. We started looking at private schools. Fortunately, we could afford a private school, and we looked, and the person at the private school said, we don't know exactly what your daughter needs, but we'll try one thing and then another until we figure out what works for her. I wanted to fall on the floor and kiss their feet. I was just so thankful, and such a contrast between the way a monopoly treated us and the way a private enterprise treated us. It was just like night and day. You know, we're professionals. If she's not succeeding, it's her fault. We'll try anything until we figure out what works for her. So we pulled her out, we put her in private school, and she ended up going to a couple different private schools, and we even homeschooled for 3 years. She graduated high school, and she ended up with a degree in English from U of L. And she wasn't crying every day. So even when you pick the best school in the state, you can have a child who doesn't fit in the system and is not being well served. And I'm thankful that we can afford the private school, and I really feel pain for the people that are in that position and can't get out, don't have options. So that's one reason why I think we need school choice.